फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स,
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स,
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।
Hello, everyone. You're watching Cricket Next. I am Suramya Kaushik. It's an amazing season of IPL 2024 that we are witnessing this time. The other day, we saw the highest total in IPL made by Sunrisers Hyderabad against Royal Challengers Bengaluru. They crossed the 280 mark and they're inching closer to that 300. Travis Head's quite excited to touch that 300 mark. But yesterday, we saw how Gujarat Titans made just 89 runs. Very interesting IPL is going around. But what's so interesting and what's, something that's concerning as well is Royal Challengers Bengaluru's performance this season. They are currently at the rock bottom position, and what's wrong with the team? Many commentators, former cricketers, fans, they have their own opinions about Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Some are saying that this team is just a billboard team. Some are saying that the bowling lineup is very, very terrible. And some are saying that Virat Kohli can't take RCB to wins in any season. Well, we all know that RCB haven't won any IPL title so far since the start of IPL. But when will they win? And even if not winning the title, whether any day, any time in coming seasons, whether they'll move to the top four with some interesting and comfortable wins and performances. To discuss about RCB's performance in this IPL, I have with me Network 18 Group Sports Editor Keshu Rao, who will help us understand what are the problems in RCB and what they can do in this season because they are currently at the halfway mark, having played 7 matches. Hello, Srini. Good to see you here in this live. Always we talk about some good things in IPL, but this time around it's very concerning. RCB fans are now, very, very disappointed with this franchisee. Some are even asking to ban this franchisee. Some are asking to dissolve this franchisee. What's happening around?
Yeah, so all right. I'll come to the fan bit later. I mean, that's the least of their worries. Um so when this tournament started, let's go back to the 22nd of March, right? That's when the tournament started, and it was the first game RCB played. The first match of the tournament was between RCB and CSK, right? On the 22nd.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, they batted first. They put a score of what, 175 or something. Yeah, the same game which
Yep.
CSK won by 6 wickets. Uh, RCB had batted first and put 175 on board. Now CSK chased it with some 3-4 wickets to spare. I'll tell you what my mind was thinking that day. First game, 175, not bad. To at least have gotten off to a good start.
Yeah.
I'm sure things will keep getting better, which is what exactly happened. Because in the very next game, they played Punjab. Again, it was a total around the same lines, which RCB had put in the first match, 175. I think in the next game, Punjab put 175
Yes.
score on board, right? And these guys
Yes.
changed it with 4 wickets. I said, okay,
Yeah.
now picking up steam. And mind you, it's very easy to follow and kind of talk about a team that is winning. But for me, RCB was interesting because, again, as we go further into this conversation, I'm going to explain the dynamics of the franchise. So it's become a very interesting franchise for me to follow. I track it very closely, primarily because they seem to be doing so well on every other front except for the cricket. So
Yeah.
it makes me wonder, how can an ecosystem which is so good, so diligent, and so mindful of how it wants to be seen off the field, has been time and again like faltering so badly on it. So as I
Correct.
said, when that second game happened between Punjab and RCB, I was a little more positive. I said, of course, there comes the first win, and why not? Everything was fine. I will not even give a lot of thought to the KKR versus RCB game, which RCB lost. KKR won. This match was in, I think, Bangalore, but KKR. I mean, I remember doing this pre-match show on
Yeah.
CricketNext, and I remember saying this to the host that, of course, on paper, in form, everywhere, KKR looks like the team to me, but RCB is punching above its weight. And now they're playing at home, so why not? Let's kind of, uh, I mean, I was asked, what do you think is your favorite? I said, I'll go with the RCB because I was thinking,
Yeah.
okay, after that Punjab win, they would further pick on form. And
Yeah.
then comes that horrible game against Lucknow Super Giants, chasing 181 runs, and that once again at home. And
Yeah.
that's when it first occurred to me, no boss. I don't think, and I thought I was once again like looking at the wrong horse. It was the way that batting order faltered, and all
Yeah.
of them, you see, Virat, Faf du Plessis, Glenn Maxwell, Rajat, of course, I don't know Glenn, but Rajat, they all got into double figures. They all got
Yep.
into figures and then lost their way, you know. Now, for
Yeah.
a team that can chase 260 plus chasing 287 against SRH, you suddenly blow this hot and this cold. Then, of course, I'm not saying that your team management did a great job at the auction. No, they did not.
Yeah.
It's like you look at Virat, Faf, okay, rest will fall in place. Okay. Cameron Green, Siraj, okay, rest will fall in place. That's how you think. That's how at least they think, or that is at least, I mean, that's how we think they think.
Yep.
uh, you know and I've always said this: when things don't go your way, everything comes looking bad. If it's already bad, it looks worse, when you're not winning.
Yes. Yes.
Same thing is
Yeah.
happening with RCB, and I'm sure as we go down the conversation, go further into this conversation, we'll talk more about it. But disappointing, extremely disappointing.
And what's more disappointing, Srini, is that Virat Kohli is performing. Okay, one game that RCB won. Okay, that was against Punjab Kings. In that match, Virat Kohli played a 77-run knock, and the second highest run scorer for RCB side was Dinesh Karthik. So now you pick any match of the RCB side, you'll find out that it's Dinesh Karthik who's giving hopes to the RCB fans in all the matches. Because in the match against Sunrisers Hyderabad, as well as you can clearly see the picture on screen, this was the match where Dinesh Karthik played a really good knock, and there was this entertainment in the match, so to say, because apart from that innings, nobody did anything in that match. And this has been the case through all the
Faf scored a
seven
half century.
matches. Yeah, Faf did. But what I'm trying to say is that if you pick any match of this IPL season of Royal Challengers Bengaluru side, it's been Dinesh Karthik's performance down the order. Other than him, it's been Virat Kohli who's scoring good runs. Currently, he's averaging around 72 in this IPL, and then Faf. But the problem with Faf is that he's getting the starts, but he's not capitalizing those starts into some good decent scores. And obviously there is big problem in Maxwell and Rajat Patidar. Obviously Patidar has scored a couple of runs here and there, but the middle order is a huge problem. Srini, what to do there? Maxwell himself said, okay, I asked RCB to keep me out, so they did out. But that's not the case, right? You cannot win matches by just simply saying, okay, I'm not performing well, so keep me out. Something has to be done in the middle order.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so you're talking about Virat, right? Let's start with Virat. Um, yeah, see, I mean, the fact that there is such a poor batting lineup in place, that puts extra responsibility on Virat's shoulders. I mean, he's been single-handedly carrying that burden for the longest time now. I mean, so I don't even want
True.
to get there. I mean, how much will you just want one guy to win you everything? It's like then you might as well not have the rest. You just have depend on Virat for everything that you want. I think it's a bit unfair. That pressure has been, more or less showing on Virat also, and I'll tell you why.
Yep.
If you look at the team match versus the Kolkata Knight Riders, where Virat scored 80, 81,
Yeah.
82. In that game, he didn't have, the one that KKR won by 7 wickets. In that, Virat did not have a strike rate of more than 135, 140. If you look at that KKR game in particular. Then came that other game, which was horrible, the one that against Lucknow Super Giants that they lost, at
Yeah.
home, where they were chasing 180 and they just catapulted for 152 or 153. In
Yeah.
that game, again, Virat didn't score much, but whatever little 2022 he put on board, the strike rate was bad. Poor.
Mm.
Then comes
Yeah.
that match against RR, in which he goes on to score that century. From where, right now we are talking about how negative this impact player rule is, and etc. etc. It is
Exactly.
then
Yeah.
that this discussion first began when Josh Butler came and hit that century in the chase, and Rajasthan Royals chased how much 188 runs with absolute ease. In that match, Virat has a century. Go back
Hmm.
and see what is the strike rate. You're playing top of the order. Now,
Hmm.
yes, I do understand that there is nobody else in the batting lineup. Of the 183 odd that RCB managed to put in place, almost 80% of 70% of the runs came from one man's
Hmm.
bat, right?
Yeah, he made 113.
But what people are missing in the bargain is also the fact that while Virat is there putting runs on board, that strike rate is not helping. It was a 150 odd strike rate. The
Yeah,
number of balls that you consumed is like literally like 12 overs. How
exactly.
much is,
Yeah,
72 balls is 12 overs. You've consumed
true.
12 out of the 20 overs. That is not helping. Yeah, I it's like it's not a case of it's not like a case where RCB has choices, and that's why we are saying Virat nahi took or con. If not Virat, then
Hmm.
who? Of course, they
Hmm.
have that crisis. They are overtly dependent on Virat. But having said that, that strike rate is not helping
Hmm.
to consuming those 12 overs at a strike rate of 156. Your half the match is gone, and
Yeah,
that too when you are looking at a strong batting lineup on the other side. So
yeah,
as I said, multiple problems getting compounded by over dependency on one guy who obviously can't keep lighting the stadium on fire season after season after season. I mean, everybody is human at the end of the day. So I
yeah,
think absolutely unfair. It is somewhere around that time where I had tweeted, and it was a sarcastic one, and I said, RCB minor might as well give a stake in the franchise to
yeah,
Virat Kohli, because the salary just won't do justice the way they
yeah.
tend to depend on it.
True. No, so Srini, let's also talk about RCB's batting from the very first season. Okay, we have this comment from Ambate Raidu on our screens right now, and I'm sure that you must have heard this comment because it went viral a couple of days back, and it's ruling over the social media because there he said that it's the same problem happening with RCB from the past so many seasons. Okay, I don't believe that it's from past 16 years, somewhere between the IPL seasons. But yeah, I do agree with one point there that they have too many star players. And if you pick any match, not only this season, last to last season, in most of the matches, you'll see that at the end, you'll find Indian players standing over there. This time around, you're seeing DK standing over there. But the big names who are there in the team, they are missing. And they are missing in crucial situations. Don't you see that as a big problem in RCB?
Okay, and now one point I'd like to make. Who exactly is Ambati referring to? Your big name players who are international players who are supposed to take pressure. Where are they? All are in the dressing room. So obviously
Hmm.
he's referring to three guys, none because he's taken
Yeah,
Dinesh Karthik's name. So the only three guys he's referring to is Faf du Plessis, Glenn Maxwell, and Virat Kohli. That's it. When you talk about big international names, right? Of that,
yeah,
Faf is no more an international name, and he's 39 going on
true.
40. It's not going to help you. So
Hmm.
I don't know where RCB was coming from. That over
Yeah,
dependency on Faf, because 3 years ago he won a title for CSK. He's going to keep winning it for RCB is a stupid
yeah.
thought, right? Now
Hmm.
that brings this thing to Glenn Maxwell. We were talking about fans at the start of this tournament, and I said fans is the least of their worries, RCBs, and I'll tell you why I was thinking like that. Because these fans are one of the important reasons why RCB has so successfully managed to disappoint year after year after year. Because these fans are such self-satisfied fans that they don't really, either they don't understand their cricket, or they don't understand what exactly is required of a franchise, or I don't know what. I mean, they are living in some sort of a dream
Hmm.
world where they
Hmm.
are just too happy with whatever engagement that they get on Twitter and all. Because the point is,
Yeah,
the average RCB fan will just stop supporting the team after a while when you have a Glenn Maxwell who you have to support. Why? Because he plays out of his skin when he wears color yellow playing for Australia.
exactly. Yeah, right.
You play a match like a once in a lifetime knock, where single-handedly took Australia into the World Cup. final,
True.
right? You play a knock
True.
like that. How does that happen when you're wearing Australian colors? Is there no answerability? Is there no check and balance? See, these fans, these RCB fans are more interested in what is happening in KKR, what is happening in Chennai, why Dhoni is bigger brand than Virat Kohli, Virat Kohli is bigger brand than Dhoni, what is happening in Mumbai Indians, Rohit Sharma versus Hardik Pandya. Like, half of that effort were to go in putting your own team and tracking your own team. You would understand that there is some serious answerability required here, which I don't see.
Hmm.
And to
Hmm.
me, if you look at that Ambati Raidu code, this is the name that he should be referring to, not some big
Yeah.
international name. That one big international name who's year after year failing. I mean, I again I had put this out on Twitter, like kind of Glenn Maxwell. I mean, what a thorough disappointment.
Yeah.
He should wear yellow. Then RCB should just make him wear yellow. And people started putting statistics. He scored this much. He scored that much. You obviously not followed last season. If he scored that much, and if you guys followed all season, forget last season,
Hmm.
why are y'all not tasting any success?
Hmm.
I just refuse to understand. So Twitter warriors have taken over. What has happened, what the problem with the franchise also is, look at them, they have those comedians. There are guys who do that. There's some humorists in their franchise. They do shows and
Yeah.
always,
Yeah.
well, like, crack awesome jokes, have Virat
Snags.
Kohli to defend everything, a brand Virat, VK.
Yeah.
एक तो विराट कोहली is a Delhi का लड़का. 70% of his following is in Delhi. It's just your very good luck that he happens to play for you. And in that, you take so much pride. He's not even a Karnataka player. What have you done to kind of, work on any grassroots in Karnataka? Where are the local players? Have you given any youngster an opportunity? Where exactly have you come out looking extra smart in your player auction? Have you done anything that has makes me turn my head back and say, wow? Yeah, you made me turn my head back and say, wow, when you gave Yasuvendra Chahal the canvas. And then what did you do? You just dropped him in ahead of the retention. That same guy today is with Rajasthan Royals, is bloody topping the bowling table. And then you
Yeah.
make up for that dropping, you go buy Hasaranga, and then you let go of Hasaranga. He is also saying
Yeah.
Hasara Honga. I mean, I don't know what to make. You RCB thinks they are very cool at cracking jokes. No, I'm sorry. The joke is on this franchise.
Absolutely. Because, Srini, if you see their social media, they're acing the social media game. Few days back, you must have seen Faf Maxwell and Virat Kohli did this podcast kind of a thing where they had to answer quickly, three quick answers in some seconds or so. And it's the most watched video, one of the most watched videos of the month and the
That's
start
what.
of the year.
So this is what happens when you take your fan ecosystem for granted. At times I blame the BCCI also for the same reasons. That time and again the Team India continues to falter when it comes to ICC tournaments. You continue to do the same mistakes and you take your team for granted, your fans for granted.
Mm,
It's the same mistake that RCB does, taking the fans for granted. That I will do an unboxing event. No harm, do it. All of that is
mm,
extremely important. What you do on the field, however, is more important than anything else. So it
yeah.
has to hurt them. So if this is not hurting the franchise, some management sitting here taking a call, some management sitting in UK thinking, okay, badhiya chal raha hai. We have Qatar Air as our sponsor. We've got 70 crore, 70
Mm,
CR as our lead sponsor. What's the worry? Fine, then there's no worry. Chill, relax. I mean, you're getting the money, you're getting the sponsors, you're getting engagement, and your podcast is the best. Your stand-up comedian is the best. Then why not? How does it matter whether cricket is good enough or not? I don't have any answers. After
mm.
a point in time, I was watching that match against Sunrisers Hyderabad, where they 280
Yep.
plus they gave away.
Mm,
Abhishek Sharma and Travis Head, of course, they gave the kind of start that was required. Whatever 100 odd run partnership. Then comes that dangerous bugger at number 3, that Heinrich Klaasen. Okay, and that is not
yeah.
enough. Markram also, looking at RCB, maybe form mein hu, kind of. Everybody comes,
Yeah.
joins the party. Now I was looking at the RCB attack. Okay, Wow. Will Jacks, Reece Topley, Yash Dayal, Lucky Ferguson, Vijay Kumar, like, whatever. I mean, like, Mahipal Lomrod. Amazing. 16.5 crores sent to Cameron Green. Where is he? Missing. Glenn Maxwell, my MVP. कुछ बोलेगा तो मैं बताऊंगा. Where is he? Missing. Where exactly are you guys? Thankfully, Virat Kohli is not bowling. Otherwise, उससे वो 4 ओवर भी निकाल लेते ये लोग.
We might see that soon, Srini.
Yeah,
Who
because
knows?
Virat Kohli
But
bowled 4 overs. I would have bought another brand to come on board as sponsor because Virat is bowling for me. So Virat is the absolute selling commodity I have. I might as well milk Virat Kohli each and every time there is an IPL game or a season. That's what I'm here to
yeah.
do.
Actually, these are all very, very big problems in RCB, and perhaps those are the major reasons that RCB are not winning any IPL season after season. Srini, quick questions to you. First one is related to Glenn Maxwell only. How well do you buy his statement where he said that, I told the management to give me a break because of my mental and physical well being? I don't think so. He might have said that to the Australian side when he played against Afghanistan with
No, but
those
my
cramps.
point is if he's asking for a break and if he's telling you my mental well being is not proper, why do you want to hang on to a guy like that in your middle order? Let him go
Exactly.
seek a replacement. If you can
Okay.
spend 16 CR to get Cameron Green going into a season and not be answerable for it, I'm sure you will not be answerable for any other choice you make. But if a guy is saying I'm not in the right mental frame, why are you allowing him to just continue? For what? No, I mean, if you say a statement like that, I really don't want to get into the Australia part. Maybe there is something, I mean, respect. I always say, apropos, at some point, you got to respect where a guy is coming from. So if a guy is saying, listen, I'm not in the right frame of mind, then you're not in the right frame of mind, right? Let him
Yeah.
go. So, I mean, on from a cricketing standpoint, yes, I am a bit disappointed with Glenn Maxwell for the variety of reasons, where suddenly he wears yellow. It's like, he's Clark Kent for the rest for all his life. Suddenly he wears yellow and he becomes Superman, you know. So that's how it is, But yeah, I mean, if a guy is saying, listen, I'm not in the right frame of mind, why will I not let him go?
And if I have to crack a joke, then I can actually say that if he goes into some different avatar when he wears yellow, then CSK might try him next season because we might see something else from Maxwell then if he
Possible,
wear yellow.
possible.
Oh, quite possible. But Srini, there comes one question from the fans, the non-RCB fans. They often ask, then why Virat Kohli is with Royal Challengers Bengaluru? He's a really good player. He can have the choice to leave the team and then join some other team. What's one reason, why Virat's with RCB?
Okay, so number one, Virat is not a 20 something. He's 34 going on 35, right? He's at the age of his career where there are a lot of things that he is looking at. He's not just looking at the RCB setup. He's looking at what his future as a team India cricketer is going to be. He's kind of, he has to keep re-evaluating and recalculating his goals and benchmarks in life, and kind of from time to time. So at this point, what does a player expect from a franchise? A top dollar fee. I'm sure Virat gets that from the RCB camp, right?
Yeah.
To freedom,
Yeah.
freedom to the play your game the way you want to play. That he gets, and the day he relieved himself from captaincy, RCB knew this very well, that this guy is now the elephant in the room, but an individual elephant in the room, not the elephant that will carry the weight of the rest of the team along with it, right? So from that perspective, everybody was at peace knowing what Virat's role was going to be in the franchise. So be it. And why would I, if I was Virat, why would I do anything different to change that? It's not like I go to Delhi and the franchise where I start playing guarantees me a title victory. Or it's not like
Yeah.
I go to some other franchise where a title win is guaranteed to me, right? I will
Yeah.
stay here. I have a massive fan base in Bangalore. They love me. They've loved me over a period of time. I will want to punch above my weight, at least get one title for them. That will be more fulfilling than me just going away. It doesn't work like that. And,
Yeah.
I mean, club sport is all about loyalty. You stay when the chips are down. You punch above the shoulder. You kind of enjoy when you start seeing success. But one thing you don't do. One thing is you don't ditch your men, which I think is what Virat is doing. And why wouldn't why would you expect him to do anything different? That's his home. It's been his home for 16 years, so
Right.
that should not
Right.
change. I mean, I'm happy he continues at RCB.
Okay. So Virat Kohli is loyal to RCB. RCB fans are loyal to the team, but what's missing in the team is a title. Well, we'll see whether that'll happen in coming seasons or not, because this is the season where it won't happen. Lastly, Srini, a quick take that I want to take from you. You must have read this comment from Mahesh Bhupati, where he tweeted the other day that
Who?
enforce the sale of RCB. Mahesh Bhupati. Mahesh
Okay, okay.
Bhupati, he tweeted that enforce the sale of RCB to an owner who respects the sport and IPL and can build a good sports culture in the team. What's your take on that? It's
My
trending
take
quite.
is if Mahesh Bhupati would have respected the sport, then he would have kept his differences with Leander Pace aside and thought about India, right? So don't talk about things that you don't respect yourself. What did you do? You broke a partnership, whatever your fight might be internally. It has nothing to do with me. I'm an Indian tennis fan. Did you respect my sentiment? No, I won't respect what you have to say. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, that's that about RCB. We have touched upon all the things that are trending so far with RCB. Just Srini, on a very lighter note, when do you think RCB will win a title? Any wild guesses of the year that you think of?
I can't even at this point, it is such a sad scene. I can't even crack a joke on them anymore. The thing is, you know, they got to stop all the tamasha that they do. They do everything so beautifully. They are right now busy selling to Karnataka fans what vegetarian meat. Okay,
Yeah,
they are selling amazing alcohol to this country. Their Diageo is a great company, so they can't
yeah,
advertise the alcohol in India. Alcohol advertising alcohol in the country is banned. So you
yeah.
have a great platform for surrogate advertising. You wear a Kingfisher cap, McDowell ka jersey, my white and McKay trouser. So you can sell alcohol, and it's a great business. And you're
True.
a successful business, and all the right moves. They have the best podcast. They have the best stand-up comedian. They have the best support staff. They have the best of everything. Uh, you know, they have the best weather in Bangalore. They have the best infrastructure in Bangalore.
Yeah, yeah,
So what is it that they don't have? So the it's not rocket science. There is no rocket science.
yeah,
To understanding what exactly where exactly are they wrong. Um, I keep quoting my favorite Ravi Shastri all the time. Every single time I speak on things like these, that one quote for me, uh, it's right up there among all cricketing quotes. The game sorts you out. You can do a
absolutely.
hundred things to build the brand that you want to be, to kind of promote yourself, to come out looking good, to make the right statements, everything. When you step on the field out there, the sport takes care of you. It shows you at any given point in time whether you belong or not. That's what is happening with RCB. You can do whatever you want on the field. You're paying heavily for it because you're not doing the right things. Simple. First of all,
Yeah.
right now, if I was RCB, I would go to Virat Kohli and say, boss. And if I was BCCI, Test cricket,
Mm.
I would go to Virat Kohli and say, please come back and take captaincy. I want you more than ever. More
Yeah.
than ever, I want you to be the captain with Indian Test, not wide ball. Test, and with
Yeah.
RCB. If I was RCB, I would go back to.
Yeah.
I have a Virat Kohli in my team. I will want him to be the leader. Why should I go out looking for a leader when I have a
True.
Virat Kohli with me? So
True.
these are things which can be set right, I think.
But yes, I completely agree with you. The line that you mentioned, sport is what matters. And as we were just talking
Sorts you
about
out,
IPL and RCB. Yeah,
You
it
can do
sorts you out. And
any amount of, you can do any amount of unboxing, any amount of partying, any amount of event, any amount of brand promotions, everything. Get the best sponsor, everything is fine. But a victory will only come when you get your cricket right. That's not happening with RCB. Yeah.
yeah, RCB in this IPL are 7 matches away to improve their ranking, so to say. I mean, at least they can just improve their ranking from the 10th position to say 7th, 8th, whichever number that they want to finish this IPL. But this season, they're not going to win the trophy. So they're going to wait for the next one. But till then, we'll continue our discussions around different teams, what are the issues in different teams, and the pluses in different teams as well. Well, thank you so much, Shane, for talking with me. We'll see you in another episode.
Thank you. Thanks.
फास्टेस्ट क्रिकेट स्कोर अपडेट्स या सबसे डिटेल्ड स्टैट्स
क्रिकेट के अंदर बाहर की खबरें
या हेल्दी डिबेट्स
सबसे एक्यूरेट एनालिसिस
या फैंस का क्रेज, सबके लिए एक ही प्लेटफॉर्म, क्योंकि क्रिकेट मतलब क्रिकेट नेक्स्ट।